Time for action. Move out while you still know it all and pay your own way. Set some perimeters. Stay close to the house of God. Stay close to the people of God. And when you miss it, how many remember David in the Bible? First insurance man in the history of the Bible. He sold Goliath a piece of the rock. And he let that little Patriot Pebble missile go. Goliath said, hit him in the forehead. He said, this has never entered my mind before. And Goliath had to go Goliath down. And David took his own sword and chopped his head off. But a great champion also had some great liabilities. You say, what was one of his liabilities? He was a peeping Tom. And when he should have been out at the battle, he's up on the roof. We're not talking now about singing with the Drifters. He's up on the roof checking out Bathsheba at bath time. And in James, the first book of James, there's an LSD formula in there. Lust produces sin, and sin will produce death. And the end result of the encounter with Bathsheba, that ends in adultery, but there's always a lower level of sin that the devil's trying to put down. He wants you so discouraged. He wants to try to convince you don't come back. He's going to try to say you don't have an assignment. You're from another country. You don't understand the language. Bag all that stuff. He commits, the Bible considers it murder because he engineered the murder of Bathsheba's husband, Uriah. In Psalm 51, David's getting his clock cleaned by Nathan, the prophet. In Psalm 51, verse 10, David prays a prayer that you and I can pray. I pray it all the time. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of my salvation. Then, and you might say then only, will I teach sinners your way, and transgressors will be turned to you. Psalm 32, blessed is the person whose transgressions are forgiven. When you miss it, go to God. Start over. Hit the reset button. Don't give up on yourself. You're here for a specific person. It's not by accident that you're at the Wisdom Center. God's got something significant for your life. Now I want to give you just a little bit of extra ammunition if you'll go to Psalm 103. Psalm 103 is a wonderful psalm in the Bible, full of power. Heard a testimony after getting to know Dr. Murdoch and finding out about some other meetings that could help me or change my life, but I heard a TV preacher, well-known TV preacher from this area actually, say that he was $5 million behind in his TV bills.